Hi, my name is Katrina Gray and this is my informational speech too on plagiarism and copywriting. We'll be discussing on what the difference are and what the consequences are and what you can do to not get yourself in trouble on doing either of these. When using information, there are several things that you need to consider and keep in mind. Using someone else's work created by other people is rightfully their work, their property. So if you are using someone else's work, please acknowledge it. If you don't, then that is considered plagiarism and or copywriting. Plagiarism is when you use someone else's wording. This is speeches, articles, essays, anything that isn't your idea, and you take it and you put it on your own paper and call it your own. Is called plagiarism. Schools enforce this and it is very illegal and you can get in a lot of trouble. There are many things that you can stop from doing this. It's just like shopping. You go into a store and you're like, oh, I like that chapstick. I didn't make it, or I'm, not selling it, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick it in my pocket and call it my own and walk out of the store. You go online, you shop around for articles, essays, anything, because you procrastinated and waited for so long to get your paperwork done. You take that article or that essay, you put it on paper and you stamp it and you call it yours. Plagiarism. Can't do it. It's illegal. You can go to court, you can go to jail. It's or be fined very, very large and lose schooling. Copywriting is where using someone else's work without permission. This is where I find that copywriting and plagiarism differ. They differ. Plagiarism is a little bit more strict than copywriting. I'm a photographer, so I put my work out there and people can use my work. If they change it 25%, they can call it their own. I disagree with that. I think that if they liked my idea, they should use my idea, come up with some more ideas and put that together and then go out there and do it instead of taking my work and using my work. I think plagiarism is enforced by schools, copywriting is enforced by law, by courts. It's harder to prove that someone copyrighted than it is to prove that someone did plagiarism. So this is where this is where I will help you and to help you not do plagiarism or copywriting. Organize your time. If you have a project or something that you want to do, take your time to research and to write it, and if you find someone else's work that you like and how they did it, and you can add that into your own words. You can use different ways of expressing what this person said and what you said and putting them together, and then they become your own. Anything from words to photographs to anything. The commercials, advertisements, business cards, just put a spin on it and then it becomes yours. So you need to make sure that you do this, and if you use more than 3 to 4 words, you need to make sure that you acknowledge it. That's one thing. Make sure you acknowledge who you are quoting. You cannot leave that out. Like here, I have to quote the information that I found. You can go to plagiarism.com, you can go to copywriting.com, you can go to plagiarism versus copywriting and see what the difference is. You can get books, you can go to your school, they'll tell you the difference between plagiarism. You can ask for copywriting. Copywriting is a little bit more difficult to find more information on, and for it to be, easier to get someone for copywriting. I'm a photographer, so I differ from that. But there's books, Nevada 2012. This is where you have to make sure that I had to look this information up. I had to use some of their words. I wrote it down, I acknowledged it, and I did a reference. So please keep this in mind. Don't do plagiarism or copywriting. If you like someone else's work, then use their ideas and make it into your own. Have a good day.